Yaroslav Kaczynski, leader of the ruling Law and Justice Party, and Donald Tusk, head of the opposition Civic Platform party, have dominated Polish politics for 2 decades. According to polls, 5 parties may enter the Polish parliament in the upcoming elections: Law and Justice, Civic Platform, Third Way, Confederation and New Left.
We will strive to ensure that Poland fulfills its historical mission, because our nation has such a mission and must fulfill it. This mission is to preserve everything that is the basis of our Christian civilization.
The Law and Justice Party built its campaign on 2 main theses: a secure future for Poland and social policy reform. For example, in anticipation of the current elections, the government announced the expansion of its flagship Family 500+ program. It provides for payments of 500 zlotys per month for each minor child. Another initiative is to reduce the loan rate for the purchase of a first flat for young families to 2% per annum. The opposition bloc Civic Platform promises to carry out judicial reform within the framework of EU legislation, ensure the independence of the media and the protection of civil liberties. Tusk promises to work to restore Poland's international reputation as a democracy.
When good people talk about migration, they don't talk about human rights, because obviously every person has the right to be treated with respect. So our conversation about migration comes down to what is possible and what is not. It is impossible to accept everyone who wants to come here. It is possible to treat every person humanly.
On the eve of the elections, opposition leader Donald Tusk called for increased military assistance to Ukraine. He stressed that Warsaw must unswervingly support Kyiv.
In general, it must be emphasized that what unites the Poles is support for Ukraine. This means that no matter who rules, relations will be maintained, and support for Ukraine will be unconditional, because this reflects the mood of Polish society. There is not a single party in Poland that would be against supporting Ukraine.
Another political force is the Third Way. The Polish People's Party and Poland 2050 united in this bloc. The Third Way focuses on different categories of voters, but first of all on farmers.
The chances that law and justice will retain the opportunity to rule for a third term are growing very strongly. If Third Way party enters parliament, then it is very unlikely that there will be no change of government.
According to a survey by the sociological service IBRIS, which it conducted for the broadcasting company Polsat, none of these political forces yet has sufficient support to gain an absolute majority in parliament. Reported by Diana Kolesnik, Krystyna Dąbrowska, UTV News.